Hello. In 1973, about 3 weeks before I started my college career, I was a roofer. And one day I was working up on a roof and we were doing hot pitch. It was a flat roof. It was hot, early in the morning. And so it was about 9 o'clock and we were already getting ready to go. We had everything set up. The pitch was nice and hot. Now, it wasn't the hottest batch because it was the first batch. I was walking across that flat roof and I tripped. And as I tripped, that went down. That bucket of pitch went down. It's like a glass of water. As soon as it went down, it went like this. My face went down and the pitch went all over my face and partly down my chest. They rushed me to the hospital. They said it was second-degree burns. They actually had to peel that off by icing it down and then taking the tar off, strip by strip. I could see as they were taking it off, the mask like tar that was over top of my face actually held skin. When it first hit my face, I gotta tell you, it sizzled like a hot steak. And then there was no pain. Now, for the next several weeks, you could imagine it was not comfortable because I burned inside my mouth, up my nose, and all over my face. And the doctor said, here's the good news. You will never have to shave again. It was about 3 weeks after that, the beard started coming back. In fact, it was my sister's wedding. And I was ready for the wedding. I looked like I had a bad sunburn at that point. And then a week after that, I started school. I've only shaved twice since 1973. And both of them were because of sermons. Both of those sermons were on, both of them were on New Year's Day, which happened to be on a Sunday those years. And I'll give you the sermon in just a moment. Actually, it's the easiest part of this whole thing. It's 3-word sermon. Best kind of sermon ever, isn't it? But it's not always the words that say the most. It's the actions that shout, just like right now. A man and his razor, and for the third time since 1973. Well, here goes. Three words. Anybody can change. Anybody can change. Anybody can change. It's amazing, isn't it? In a matter of 60 seconds, in front of your eyes, just like that, change can happen. Change often happens that way too, doesn't it? It comes at us so fast, so furious, and nobody, even when you're planning on it, even when you self-direct it, it's not easy. There's been lots of changes over the past few weeks, and something tells me that we haven't seen the last of it, have we? Most of us will be known this way, so we can protect not only others, but also ourselves. Change happens, and we never like it. It never comes easy. And even when it's necessary, even when it's for our own good, it's not always a fun thing. But it does happen, doesn't it? So what do we do with this difference? Well, it's hard to embrace it. It's hard to say we love it. But literally, just a few moments ago, right now, I'm a whole different person physically from what you see, from what you've always known me to be. Look at that. Smooth as a baby's butt on Christmas morning. I don't even know if I can go to bed with myself tonight. That's how strange this feels to me, let alone to somebody else. So what do we do with this? We kind of lean into it. And when we lean into it, we don't always have to embrace it. We don't always have to like it. But there's something about change that literally changes us, or it can. And that's what I'm inviting you to do during this time. I'm not just asking you to be different because we all are different right now. No, I'm asking you not even to embrace it, but just to play with it, just to sit with it for a little bit. Here's the invitation, and every one of us can do it. Do differently, compassionately. We can all do different right now because we have to. So let's do it compassionately. Let's do it kindly, because that's the thing that change does to us, doesn't it? Oh, it not only changes us, but everything inside of us and everything around us. We were made for this. Our whole lives are pieces to a puzzle that brought us to this moment. And now, for others and for ourselves and those around us that we love, we have an opportunity to be different in a better way. Sometimes the worst brings out the best. There is always, always a way to find light in darkness. Now, it may come in the middle of it as a flicker, or it may come right at the end of it. And sometimes it's right there in the beginning, but it's always there. And when you put enough of that light together, well, it doesn't dispel the darkness. It just helps us get through it. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to help each other get through it the best way that we can, even with all the changes. Because who knows? Maybe we'll just see things a little bit differently. And being seen differently, that might make all the difference in the world. Let's hope so.